Okay, thanks, Alex, for your introductions. And today I will present the improvement of vaccine representation in OC standard vocabularies using the vaccine ontology VO. So, observational health data science and informatics OC is an international collaboration that uses large-scale health data to generate real-world evidence for improving health outcomes. The OC community uses the OMOP CDM to harmonize clinical data from various resources and then through the standardized vocabularies. In the vaccine domain, OC standard using three kinds of the vaccine vocabulary: axonome, axonome extension, and CVX codes. And axonome is a drug terminology that for the US, and axonome extension handle the drugs beyond the US. And CVX codes is a list of codes that are for vaccine administered, developed, and maintained by the CDC, and also for the US vaccines used in US. So these vocabulary differ in their hierarchy structure and granularities. And current ATC concept was used by the OTC to for the vaccine classification. However, it is not fully connected to all the standard concepts. And in addition, that OC community want some vaccine classification based on the vaccine attributes, like what kind of disease is prevented, what vaccine, against what kind of the pathogen. However, this classification isn't available. So here is, for example, like, can you, give me all the COVID vaccine, or give me all the RNA COVID vaccine? This kind of classification isn't available in the OC, but it's, wanted by the OC community. And VO, I think most people know that, is a community-driven open foundry ontology. And VO contains not only the lessons of vaccine, it's also including the vaccines in the clinical trial and research. And also not only for the human vaccine, it's also including the vaccines used in animal. And the vaccine provides a nice hierarchy, and it organizes the vaccine based on the multiple vaccine attributes, such like we group the vaccine either based by the pathogen, disease, and vaccine platform, etc. And CV, what we did, like we raised up two issues, right? So one is unified hierarchy, another is classification. So that is the goal of our this project. We using the VO has a framework and align the OC vaccine vocabulary to it, and to provide a unified hierarchy for the OC vaccine vocabularies. Another thing is we represent the vaccine attributes in the form of logic vaccines, and then we can classify the vaccine like based on their attributes and to meet the needs of the OC community. So first, I will talk about how we integrate OC standard vaccine vocabularies into VO. So a CVS code is just a list of the vaccine term. It's not an hierarchy structure. And for the axonome and axonome extension, the concept is mainly, grouped based on their, ingredient, and also like clinical drug components, that's including the concentration and also the drug dose form and brand name, and also package information and the supplier, that's we'll say the manufacturer. So in the VO, we have our existing vaccine design pattern is, well, included that what kind of the pathogen is vaccine immune against and what the disease is immune against, and also what the type of the vaccine, and then it implemented using the different vaccine role. So the bottom part is that new attributes that we represent in the VO for mimic the representation in the exome. And currently we only implemented the component and drug dose, drug brand name, and then package, and also the manufacturer, the supplier things. So for first, we actually the mapping what is any axonome extension or CVX code, any terms available in VO that using a mapping script, and after that we using the decompose that the name of the axonome term, and then if it's not available in VO, we just using decompose their name and then incorporate those terms in the VO. And current VO contains all 2051 axonome vaccines and vaccine ingredient components. That is from the version is 2023, July 3rd. And also we including the axonome extension. So during this integration process, we found there are 7 duplicate concepts, so we can merge it in the VO. And also because axonome extension, that is the name is automatically generated based on the concentration, the ingredient and the drug form, and so on. So sometimes is the label is very long, and then for the OC database, they only keep the label up to 255 characters. So it's about 100 concept with the incomplete name. So this is ... So it's unable for us to figure out what it is. That's why we cannot integrate those terms in the VO. The rest of those is 4091 axonome extension vaccine concept already available in VO. And then we also covered all the CVX code term is 2072 terms. Here shows one example how we represent the OC vaccines in VO. So you can see that we keep the axonome ID because this is axonome concept. And also for the OC, assign a unique OMOP concept ID to the vocabularies they are using. So we also include that in the VO. And then you can see those part is drug dose form that is from the from the axonome representation from the concept that represented in the exome, and also we adding the platform and disease and pathogen things. And also we can see that is a subclass of MOPS rubella vaccine, which is CVX code. So actually is during our integration, you can see we do link the CVX code and axonome, so after that, we can see how we can classify those OC vaccine standard vocabulary. So after integration, you can see it is we have the categories of this vaccine based on the pathogens, and then also we have the vaccines that classified based on the platform. And here shows one example. It just say, oh, I want to get all the OC vaccine concept, which are COVID-19 RNA vaccine, we can issue the Sparkle query, and then we can say, oh, we want to find all the subclass of COVID-19 vaccine, and then they have the restriction, which is the vaccine have the RNA vaccine role. So after that, we got a list of the COVID-19 RNA vaccine that is used in the OTC community. Here we got 34. After that, what we can do is the OTC only keep the terms and then is a relation. So because we adding the new classification terms, and then we can just submit those new classification term. Here is a COVID-19 RNA vaccine, and other things is just submit is a relation. So just say, okay, this term is a parent of existing OTC concept, and this is a concept ID. So this is the submission form, like a OTC submission template form. So for this, we not really, change anything of the existing OTC vaccine vocabulary. We just add extra relations and then new classification terms. After we present this work to the OTC community, and then they say, oh, we are also interested, we want to classify the flu vaccines based on the flu season. So after we got this request, we add a new classification terms that shows on this here. So like, this breakdown by the year. And then we add the new logic accent indicated the flu season. And after that, we can, found that using issue the Sparkle query, just found all the OTC vaccine terms that is flu vaccine and used in the 2020 to 2023 flu season. So you can see that the same query, the only I highlight same kind of Sparkle query, only the part I highlight is varied. So here's the result we got. We found that 58 flu vaccine used in the 2020 to 2023. So overall, that is the workflow is we just first we just got the OC vaccine standard vocabulary and integrate in the vaccine ontology. And then after that, we can retrieve this OTC concept based on the vaccine attributes, and then got a list of this OTC concept with their parent, and then we can convert that to the OTC submission form and then submit to the OTC, and then wish they can incorporate that into the OTC vaccine standard vocabulary. And doing this part, integration part, is the most time consuming, although we using some script, but not, still a lot of work for the manual review. And then when we got the new request, we can add the new classification term and the new attribute associated with this classification in VO. So what we want to do is, although many step is automated, but its whole pipeline is still needs some manual work, and then we want to automatic all the process, and then other things you can see we are not incorporate all the latest release version of the OTC vaccine vocabulary. So we want to identify that automatically and then integrate that in the VO. And also we will discuss with OTC community and to see what other, classifications are needed. And also we want to validate this approach using different use case. And finally, we want to incorporate this classification to the OTC and make them available to the OTC community. So I would like to thank all our co-authors and especially Dr. Oliver He, who leading this work, and also Ashia. Both of them initiate the OTC vaccine vocabulary working group. So, and also thanks to the NIH to support this work. So thank you. And any question?
Vocab